The soul mind and the body mind. Our real self, or our soul mind, is an infinite force. The soul mind we are is a miniature hologram of the universal mind, and when we are born for the first time, our soul mind is totally innocent and ignorant. However, it carries within itself unconscious reflections of the whole. We are not the body, nor are we the body mind. The awareness we are is the forever lasting force of the universe, the Creator. We are the universal awareness beyond all things and beings. Our real self lives infinitely, and it is the recorder upon which we record every experience we have in any plane of existence. It's like a computer, but infinitely better. Our real self is an infinite force with an infinite memory. Every time we are born in a new body, we inherit the mind of the body, the brain and or the body mind. So when we live in a body, we have two minds to contend with, the soul mind or the real self, and the body mind. Naturally, we do not know this, for the two work as one. The body mind is the boss, however, and without a doubt, it is a very dominant ruler. It takes all the power it can muster, and usually it is called the ego. Every time we are born in a human body, we become fascinated with the body-mind. So imagine, we are the real self, and we arrived here in order to learn something about ourselves. Meanwhile, our body-mind is aligned and brainwashed by the world, and it is very difficult to learn anything of eternal value. Our body-mind is the ego, or ass, and it is delaying the real self from becoming involved with the eternal things of life. We came here to become aware as a consciousness, and this learning is pushed on the back burner by the ego. In the meantime, this body-mind gets to learn all kinds of things about the world and the sciences. Before long, it begins to think that it knows something. It's full of so-called knowledge, and it is continually told that all this knowledge is important and valuable. There are many smart people in the world, for example, but they have no idea why they are here and who created them. In general, their real self is taken for a ride. Naturally, all this knowledge is lost at death, and the next time we are born again as a consciousness, our body-mind does the same thing. It hogs the scene and plays the boss. Our infinite consciousness still knows nothing about everlasting life. All we do is cycle back and forth between the earth and the astral, and after doing this for 1,000 times, we are still not even aware that we have been here 999 times before. All this because the body-mind or ego is such a powerful ruler and decides what is important in life. The body-mind concentrates on itself, and it does not recognize that there is any everlasting real self waiting to awaken itself. Naturally, the soul mind or real self is infinitely more valuable than the body-mind because it lives forever. It is the real inhabitant of the body. What do we do about all this recycling? The question always arises, what does this body-mind really learn? Well, whatever it learns is only of value in one particular lifetime. The next lifetime, all situations and conditions are entirely different again. All of a sudden, we live in a different country and people do not even speak the same language. We are supposed to learn Chinese or Russian now. And whatever is learned with great effort is lost again when our body dies. Well now, somehow there has to be a better way of getting ahead in this game of living in bodies. Our consciousness or soul mind moves all over the world, and it is getting nowhere. It returns every 200 years or so, but it learns very little about itself. It does not learn why it is living in a body in the first place, or what it is supposed to do about all these free cosmic trips. Our soul mind or real self does not get much of an education. One of the troubles of mankind is that each time we are born, it takes a lot of time to get settled again, and find enough time to contemplate the state of affairs we as a consciousness or souls meet in the physical world. Somehow we have to teach our soul to speak to us. Another trouble is that very few people know what life on earth is all about, while the religions call everybody sinners every time they go to church. Moreover, most of us attempt to acquire all kinds of worldly goodies, which we have to leave behind when our body expires. Well, that's a raw deal. So what are we to do? What is the clue to human life, and what do we as souls take with us when we leave out of our body? What we take with us when our body dies is the universal energy we are and came with. It's our awareness or consciousness or soul mind. Now, what does our soul mind need in order to learn something of value and be happy? Well, first of all, the body mind has to learn to be quiet in order for the soul mind to get a word in edgewise. As soon as we get that right, we will find that the quieter our mind is, the more effective our soul mind or real self becomes. These two minds start to talk to each other. Eventually, the body mind realizes that it is full of fancy nonsense that is useless for the sake of eternity. Knowing this now, we have a chance to gain real knowledge and wisdom. Become a knower of self and love it. What is this cosmic awareness or soul mind or real self really? Well, it is a holographic image of the Creator, or the Is, the infinite subconscious. The task is to awaken to the infinitely small reflections within and start acting according to the eternal engravings and laws of the universe, the law of one. It says cooperate, share, understand, reach out to others, and love yourself. This yourself includes all others, however. There is but one energy. Pretty soon, we will get to know that all of us are one indeed, and that all soul minds are here to prove that to themselves. So the task is to awaken to the truth within and act like it. Become a knower of self and love it. The more our body-mind or the human beings we are listens to the voice within, the more our body-mind learns that our body is but an instrument that makes it possible for us to move about in this world and make some kind of a living. The body-mind or personality does not need to shine or become important, famous or knowledgeable. All these things distract our real self from the work to be done. The real task is the development of the soul mind into an aware consciousness to eventually become enlightened in human form. We are on our way to become a Buddha or a Christ. This is what living in the physical is all about. The point is that we might have been great masters in the spiritual world, but this time around we have made a contract with ourselves that says, become a great master in the physical realm, and this is what we are working on every breath and every day. We need to become wise to ourselves and treasure conscious self-development. There is nothing else of greater importance. No doubt, the task at hand is a big one. The wisdom of each individual consciousness or soul mind eventually becomes the wisdom of the universe. This is great, for the holographic image within our awareness is an aspect of the entire hologram of the universe. Sure, this is what all masters have told us. The truth is within. Be silent and recognize it. We are the creative energy of the universe in the process of becoming fully aware. We are here to become a son of God, as it is called. Naturally, God also has daughters. We are a work in progress in an environment we call physical reality. This reality is but one of the many realities of the universe. There are many other realities and or densities beyond the one we are in presently. There are worlds within worlds within worlds. The universe is an individual expression. So what does all this mean? It means that we are the truth. We are the reality. We are aspects of the Creator and growing. Each of us is a specific holographic image that bestows upon us our individuality and our greatness in God. Sooner or later, we reach the point where we recognize this and know that all that is the one we are, At that point, the universe becomes an individual expression of ourselves, and our infinite creation becomes an individual affair. The entire creation is our home and our work.